Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. Today you join me as we do a quick little mod on the TT. So this is actually something that can be done on a lot of Volkswagen Audi Group cars. And I'm going to be using a company today called Yorkshire and South Wales VAG Diagnostics. Simon has been very helpful in getting this done on my car, and I see his posts all the time on all of the Volkswagen Audi Group pages showing Carplay activation, Android Auto activation, maps updates, and all that good stuff. A lot of coding stuff as well. So this is something that can be done remotely. It does require an SD card, some sort of computer, and a little bit of know-how, because you need either OBD11 or some coding done to actually get this activated on your system, and then get the software done as well. But if you're not comfortable doing it, you can go directly to them. Tell him that I sent you, and you'll probably get a little bit of a discount as well. So this can be anywhere between sort of 100 and 200 pounds, depending on the car, depending on the age of car, what kit you've got installed on it already, and that kind of thing. I'm going to have the CarPlay and the maps activated on this one, because I think it looks a bit bland without the maps on there. Not that I'd really use them much anyway, because I use like Waze and Google Maps and stuff like that on my phone. But yeah, having the CarPlay on there will be really nice to have. And I actually don't mind it on this because it's kind of like directly in front of you. It's a bit small, obviously, being on the virtual cockpit in this car, but I'll run you through what it looks like and what the process is. As you can see at the moment, if we head over to the mobile phone section, it shows that there is no connection and you can only use Bluetooth. If we head over to maps, it says that it's not been activated. So obviously those features aren't there at the moment. So with a bit of coding, we've got them to appear on this screen here, which you can either do yourself with an OBD11, or you can get someone to do at a garage for you using VCDS. So that's what I've done, and now we're gonna get the actual nav and the CarPlay installed using an SD card. So we're now gonna actually perform the update on the system here, and this will get the nav and the CarPlay sorted. So as you can see, we now have access to the maps and the nav on the virtual cockpit. And I've got to say, the Audi virtual cockpit is definitely one of the nicest, if not the best in the business. You can see we've got this mode here, which shows you the map in the center, or we can go into full cockpit mode, which shows you the maps overall. And this is showing the daytime view, but of course you can actually change that and go into nighttime as well. Or you can zoom right out and you can get your maps. You can zoom almost infinitely out. Look how far I can go here. It's showing me a map of Europe, and then we're right out to the world, which is really, really cool. So I can go into my map settings and I can change the driving position. You can change like the route information, the automatic zoom and things like that. So I can put automatic zoom on. You can change what's on the maps as well, what's actually showing up. So you can see there's all sorts of different points of interest that you can select on there, which is really cool. And you can also change the map color to be permanently on a day or night mode if you want. So I can just go on here just to show you the night mode, which is a little bit darker, which is nice for when you're driving at night. It doesn't blind you. So that's really cool as well. So that's the maps and navigation. Obviously you can use this as your sat nav as well, and it's the most up-to-date maps, which is awesome. And then of course you've got your Apple CarPlay. So here we are with Apple CarPlay activated. So you can see I'm currently browsing through my Spotify library. It can be controlled with the steering wheel or the click wheel. So you've got all sorts in there that's really useful. And of course you can go through and have your main Apple CarPlay display. So I've got Waze on the right there, which is an app that I really like to use for my maps. And then you've also got your Spotify controls on the right. So you can skip through your tracks, and you can also see your overview of your maps and get all of your different apps up here. So a really useful system, and actually I really like the way it looks in the virtual cockpit. If I sort of zoom back a little bit here, obviously I used to having it on like a central infotainment screen over there, but having it in front of you is actually really useful. If I go into something like Waze, for example, I've obviously got my nav there, and it's really useful to have it directly on the screen in front of you, and also be able to control all of your controls for your Spotify or your Apple Music or whatever you use. I can go onto Spotify here and cycle through my playlists and albums. Of course, the clarity isn't as good as if I was to have a big central screen, but I still think it looks really cool, and it's well worth the investment. to get it activated if you have one of these cars. So there we have it. That was a really quick one. It's not something that you can just do on your own. You do need a little bit of help with it. So as I say, I highly recommend the company. I'll list them in the description below. So be sure to check them out for any coding needs that you have with these cars, including the maps upgrade and the CarPlay activation. Thanks for watching, guys. Some more Audi mods coming soon. There's one sitting right there. So I'll see you in the next one.